Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dharma.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Bol, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So we should start our class. Hare Krishna, Bhagat Sahib. देखिए महाराज एक कम कम मिला
मैं पद्दी लाई मैं अभी रखो
बिल्कुल सही
ना अभी लगा भाई नंबर बचे
क्लास शुरू कर दो
बड़ा बड़ा
ये भगत सर जान मुझे
ना जाम उठे मना दीना वधी करना अन्य वो छोकरा ले हिसाब पे छोकरा पक्का पे
पेड़ो पूरा बहुत सारा पूरा
एक मिनट बीजा
ये पेड़ो एक खाईता जाए
आधे आधे
एक मिनट खोल खोल
आधे आधे केला खाना अच्छा ना भगवान की मेहरबानी आंटिया खाजा अंदर तो बड़ आ गए का तो सब जा उठे जाएगा केला मुझे सब खोल लूंगा बस छोकरो क्यों थे कि हमने सो घुमा हमने गायन मोर खपीला
कित गया है जो महाराज एक पूरो एक पूरो महाराज
एक ले आगे बचे बताना हां नहीं बात डॉक्टर सलाह हम पेरा कर ना अबे छिपा गए
Net back, I think it has come. Hare Krishna. So verse says, Harihi Vrastaj Jagrahe Urvam Devas Tato Abhavam. This verse says the personality of Godhead Ajit. Ajit is the Manvantar avatar, 6 Manvantar, Chakshush Manvantar. Grasp the front portion of the snake. It means on the side of the demigods, Lord Ajit was also present and he grasped the mouth side of the snake. And then the demigods followed because they simply followed the Supreme Lord. Now what's the result? The result is the demons, they objected. So the verse, the person of Ajit grasped the front portion of the snake and then the demigods followed. In order to make, the Chakravarti Pad writes, in order to make demon take the head portion, because the intention of Ajit was that let the demons take the head side of the snake. But since they always do what the demigod do, opposite to that. So Ajit, in order to make the demon take the head portion with poison, the Lord first grabs this portion. The Devatas also grab this portion. Why? Because the demons do always opposite to what the Devatas do. This is interesting third verse and its purport. So verse 3. Tannai chandaitya patyo mahapurusha chestitam tannai chitam. They did not like this. Not liking. Na ichhan. Daitya patyo, the Bali Maharaj, head of Daitya. Mahapurush Chestin, the Supreme Lord, sir, going towards the head side. Na granito vayam pucham, we will not go on the tail side of the snake. Ahera angam amangalam, and that portion of the snake is inauspicious, amangalam. And then they are saying, we are swadhyaya, we are educated. Shruttaha Sampanaha, and we are very learned in the Vedic literature. We are educated. Prakhyat, we are very known. Janma karma bhi, and we have a good family background, and wherever activities are also very high. So these are the demons. They say the leaders of the demon thought it unwise to hold the tail, the inauspicious portion of the snake. Instead, they wanted to hold the front, which had been taken by the personality of Godhead and the demigods, because the portion was auspicious and glorious, the head side. Thus, the demons, on the plea that they were all highly advanced students of Vedic knowledge and were all famous for their birth and activities, protested that they wanted to hold the front of the snake. See? Here is a purport by Srila Prabhupada. Demons thought that the front of the snake was auspicious and that catching hold of that portion would be more chivalrous. Moreover, Daitya must always do the opposite of the demigods. That is their nature. We have actually seen this in relation to our Krishna conscious movement. We are advocating cow protection and encouraging people to drink more milk and eat palatable preparation made of milk. But the demons, just to protest such proposal, are claiming that they are advanced in scientific knowledge, as described here by the word Swadhyaya Shurta Sampanaha. They say that according to their scientific way, they have discovered that milk is dangerous and that the beef obtained by killing the cow is very nutritious. This difference of opinion will always continue. Indeed, it has existed since day of yore. Millions of years ago, there was the same competition. The demons, as a result of their so-called Vedic study, preferred to hold the side of the snake near the mouth. The Supreme Personality Godhead thought it wise to catch hold of the dangerous portion of the snake and allow the demons to hold the tail, which was not dangerous. But because of the competitive desire, the demons thought it wise to hold the snake near mouth. Demons thought if the demigods were going to drink poison, the demons would resolve, why should we not share the poison and die gloriously by drinking it? In regard to the words Swadhyaya Shurta Sampanaha Prakhyat Janma Karma Vihi, another question may be raised. If one is actually educated in Vedic knowledge, is famous for performing prescribed activities, and has been born in a great aristocratic family, three things. He is educated in Vedic knowledge, is performing the prescribed activities, and then he is born in an aristocratic family. Why should he be called demon? The answer is that one may be highly educated and may have been born in an aristocratic family, but if he is godless, if he does not listen to the instruction of God, then he is demon. There are many examples in history of men like Hiranyakashipu, Ravan and Kansa. They all spoke great philosophy. They are very much well versed in the Vedic literature, but they were all educated, who were born in aristocratic families and who were very powerful and servilish in fighting, but who, because of deriding the Supreme Personality of Godhead, were called Rakshasa, because they are envious of Supreme Lord, are demons. One may be very well educated, but if he has no sense of Krishna consciousness, no obedience to the Supreme Lord, he is demon. That is described by Lord himself in Bhagavad Gita. Namavan Pushkartino Mudha Prapadyante Naradamaha Maya Pratyana Ashrim Bhavam Ashurtaha. Those miscreants who are grossly foolish, lowest among the mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partake of the atheistic nature of the demon, do not surrender unto me. Ashurim Bhavam refers to one refers to not accepting the existence of God or the transcendental instruction of personality of Godhead. Bhagavad Gita clearly consists of transcendental instruction imparted directly by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But Asuras, instead of accepting these instructions directly, make commentaries according to their own whimsical way and mislead everyone without profit even for themselves. So who are demons? Those who comment on Bhagavad Gita and distort the meaning of Krishna. One should therefore be very careful of demonic, godless person. According to the word of Sri Krishna, even if the godless person is very well educated, he must be considered a Muda, Naradhama, or a Maya or Gyana, because he is already Asura. So, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Verse number 4. Iti tushnim stitam daityan vilokya purushottama samyam mamano visarjagram pucham jagraha samaraha. Sa-amraha. Sa means along with Amra means demigods. So, thus the demon remains silent. The demons remain silent. Opposing the desire of demigod, seeing the demons and understanding their motive, Personality of God had smiled without discussion. He immediately accepted their proposal by grasping the tail of the snake, and the demigods followed him. So Lord accepted the desire of the demigods. Desire of the demons. Why? Because he was completely understanding their mood. And he wanted that actually. Because ultimately when the snake will be used for churning purpose, then there will be much fire and poisoning coming from his mouth. And that will make them black like burnt trees. And they will be disfigured actually. So now I am just connecting to the other device. I think Nate has come. Four zero nine 384. Hare Krishna.
Recording in progress.
Hare Krishna. So what is your opinion about this, what's called mental opposite phenomena of thinking? This is also in children, same psychology. If you want them to do something, you have to say something opposite to that. This is somehow is in the demons. This is Prabhupada. They're saying we have seen that we want them to drink cow's milk, and they said no, eat cow's flesh. That is the demonic nature. Anybody has to say something about this type of experience, that how people are doing opposite to the something which is right, correct, and glorious. They want to do something wrong and inglorious. Anybody has to say something?
Hare Krishna, may I add something?
Yes, that's the thing.
Prayer, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Yes, I feel it can be used in a different way also, as Rupa Goswami is using it in another way. He says, don't go to Vrindavan, and it's the basic nature, maybe in Kali Yuga of the the people here. And he says, don't go to Vrindavan, and if you go there, don't go on, on the day of Sharad Purnima and all that. He's attracting people that way. So I feel this can be used in that way also. So it reminded me of that.
Well, that is a special type of poetry or alankar, which said you want to glorify something, you say something wrong against that, and people will just do the opposite. Anyway, this is something Rupa Goswami has some verses like that, right? Anybody else has to say something? I am not able to share. Why? Share the screen. Is it possible? Oh, somebody can allow me to share? Hare Krishna.
Now you can do, Prabhuji.
Okay, so who is in control? Huh? Who is in control?
Prabhuji, the host VIHE only.
Okay. Thank you. So we are going, the demons remain silent. So they said that and then remain silent. They were seeing the mood of demigods. Demigods, they have decided, till we get nectar, we will not oppose them. We will simply go along as long as we get our aim fulfilled. So Chakravarti's father writes, Lord smiled. Why? Why Lord smiled? Lord thought, you will die because of the intense poison, since you are such fools. You have such pride. You have a pride of the higher birth and education. Go and get poison and go and die. God smiled to see their demonic nature. Verse number 5. After that, adjusting how the snake was to be held, the son of Kashyapa, both demigods and demons, Evam Kashyapa Nandanaha, both demons and devotees are the son of Kashyapa. How? How both are son of Kashyapa? Yes? Kashyapa Nandanaha.
Okay, one set of the sons born from the Diti, which are the demigods, and another sons born from the Diti, which are Daityas or demons.
So, Bali Maharaj is a Daitya, huh? He is descendant
Yes.
of Hiranyakashipu, Prahlad, Varochan and Bali. So, Hiranyakashipu has a son Prahlad, Prahlad has a son Varochan, and Varochan has a son Bali Maharaj. So he is Daitya, okay. They are also descendant of Kashyap, okay, Kashyap Rishi. Began their activity desiring to get nectar by churning the milk ocean. Next verse. Verse 6. O son of Pandu, dynasty Pandu Nandana, when Mandra mountain was thus being used as a churning rod in the ocean of milk, it had no support on which it should be kept supported. Therefore, although held by the strong hands of demigods and demons, it sank into water. So next. And then what will be the result? Te sunirvana manasa. Te means both demigods and demon. Sunirvana manasa means their mind being very disappointed. Sunirvana. Parimalan mukha shriya. Parimalan, dried up. Mukha shriya, the beauty of their faces. Asan swa Paurushe Nashte, they see their endeavors is vested. Daivanati Balyase. Who did that? Which is always stronger than anything else. Who? Daivena, by providential arrangement. Because the mountain had been sunk by the strength of the providence, the demigods and demons were disappointed and their faces seemed to be shriveled, dried up and morose. Now the next section 8, 9, 10, 3 verses. Kurma lift mandra on his back. So there is another enkar, there is a second side. But till now we have Ajit to give advice as a Supreme Lord Vishnu. Then we saw same Lord coming on the Garuda and helping the demons and demigods to bring the Mandra mountain and putting in the ocean. This was also done by Supreme Lord. Now this is the third help. Lord appeared as a Kurma. Vilokya Vignesha Vidhim Tadishvaro Duranta Viryo Avitta Abhisandhi Kirtva Vapukachapam adhbhutam mahat Pariveshyatoyam Girim Ujuhara. Seeing the situation that had created by the will of Supreme, the unlimitedly powerful Lord whose determination is infallible, took the wonderful shape of the tortoise, entered the wall and lifted the great Mandra mountain. Ujihar, lifted, Giri mountain, Pariveshatoya, enter into the milk ocean, Kirtva Vapu Kachapam, Adbhutam Mahat, and Druntaviryo, his power is never befelled. Druntavirya, inconceivably powerful. Avitittha, infallible. Abhisandhihi, whose determination, like Achyuta. Srila Prabhupada writes, here is the evidence that Supreme Personality of Godhead is supreme controller of everything. As we have previously described, there are two classes of men, the demons and demigods, but neither of them are supremely powerful. Everyone has experienced that hindrances are imposed upon us by the supreme power, destiny. The demons regard these hindrances as mere accident or by chance, but devotees accept them to be the acts of the supreme ruler. When faced with hindrance, therefore devotees pray to the Lord, Tatte Anukampam Susumekshamano Bhunjana Evatvakritam Vipakam. This is the verse spoken by Lord Brahma, and this verse is very important. Always devotees are tolerant. Devotees endure, tolerate hindrance, accepting them to be caused by the Supreme Personality of Godhead and regarding them to be benediction. Demons, however, being unable to understand the Supreme Control, regard as such hindrance as accidental. Here, of course, the Supreme Personality of Godhead was present personally. It was by His will. Who was present personally? Ajit. It was His will that there were a hindrance, and by His will those hindrances were removed. Lord appeared as a tortoise to support the great mountain. And then Srila Prabhupada was just thinking of Jayadev Goswami's verse. Kshiti iha vipulatare tavatisteti prishte Keshavadhrita kurma sarira Jai Jagadish Hare. Lord held the great mountain on his back. Dangers can be created by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and they can also be removed by Him. This is known to devotees, but demons cannot understand it. Anybody has experience in the life where their danger is created by Lord and also removed by Lord? Anybody has some experience like that? Dangers created by Lord and also removed by Lord. No?
We have dangers created by our own past karma, but removed by the Lord.
That's what the verse says, right?
But we have
Remove our dangers of our past karma, and God help us to overcome those. Is that good? Some example. This is example. Lord created the problem by sinking the mountain, and then he appeared as a kachapa to support the mountain. Some other experience somebody has like that? Another experience, yet some story, something.
Hare Krishna. If we talk about the stories, for example, for Pandavas, I guess all the problems were created by the Lord. And
What
also-
what was created by Lord? Ayakanta?
All the problems of Pandavas in Mahabharata were created by the Lord, and he also helped them to overcome all the problems.
I think this is what Bhishamdev told, that whatever happened to, it is not your karma, it was orchestrated by Krishna, just to make you glorious. Yes, Lord always, the Lord wants to make somebody very well known, glorious, his glories to remain for a long time. He creates some situation, and then he also helps them to get out of them. Yes. Seeing the method possible, Chakravarti Pad writes, when there is an obstacle, Vignesha Vidim, for this obstacle there is this solution. The Lord took the form of tortoise and lifted the mountain up. He thought, the form of tortoise suitable for lifting up the mountain in water, whose desires are always fulfilled. Avitta abhisandehi. Verse number 9. When the demigods and demons saw that the Mandra mountain had lifted, they were enlivened and encouraged to begin churning again. The mountain rested on the back of the great tortoise, which extended for 800,000 miles like a large island. See, what is the size of the Kachap avatar? 800,000 miles. It is like an island within the Milk Ocean. Kurma supported the mountain on his back and resembled the other great island, Jambu Deep. Verse number 10. O king, when the demigods and demons by strength of their arms rotated Mandra mountain on the back of the extraordinary tortoise, the tortoise accepted the rolling of the mountain as means of scratching his body, and thus he felt pleasing sensation. As somebody says, all this Milk Ocean churning was just to get little scratch on his back removed by the help of demigods and demons, and he was actually sleeping. This churning of the Mandra mountain on the back of tortoise was like a mother scratching the head of a baby, and baby goes to sleep. On this example, His Holiness Radha Govind Maharaj used to say, anybody who claims that I am God, ask him that you must have appeared sometime as Kurma avatar, and there was a Mandra mountain was used as a churning rod on your back, and you felt a scratch and it was clear and you were sleeping. So if really you are same God, then we would like to try to put at least 100 kilogram worth of stone on your back and try to churn. If you survive, then we accept you as a God. Nobody will stand by this test. So this is a test for anybody who claims to be God. You test like this. Supreme Personality of Godhead is always unlimited. Although Supreme Personality of Godhead in his body as a Taras held up on his back the largest mountain, Mandra Parvat. He did not feel any inconveniences. On the contrary, apparently felt some itching, and thus rotation of the mountain was certainly very pleasing. Rotating of the very heavy mountain on his back did not give Kurma pain, but rather was pleasure for him. Now the next section 7 to 11 to 17 verses. The demigods and the demons become fatigued. Thus, the Lord himself personally began to churn. What it means, Lord entered into the demons as a mode of goodness, into the demons as a mode of passion, in the demigod as a mode of goodness, and in the Vasuki as a mode of ignorance. And then he helped them to continue churning, and Vasuki has, because Lord entered into him as a mode of ignorance, so he was not feeling any pain. He became ignorant of the pain. And so Lord also helped in the fourth way. This is the fourth way till now. Lord helping them in churning. Thereafter Lord Vishnu entered the demon as the quality of passion, demigod as quality of goodness, and Vasuki as the quality of ignorance, to encourage them and increase their various types of strength and energy. Srila Prabhupada writes, everyone in this material world is under the different modes of material nature. There were three different parties in churning of the Mandra mountain: the demigods, who were in the mode of goodness; the demons, who were in the mode of passion; and the snake Vasuki, who was in the mode of ignorance. Since they were all becoming tired, Vasuki so much so that he was almost going to die, Lord Vishnu, to encourage them to continue the work for churning the ocean, entered into them according to their respective mode of nature: goodness, passion, and ignorance. Chakravarti Pad writes, seeing that they would not be able to continue after a few moments, and that the Vasuki would die from the pain of his body rubbing against the mountain, Lord mercifully took action. He entered the demons as the energy of Rajas. Irayan means stimulating. He entered the Devatas as the energy of Sattva and entered the Vasuki as the energy of Tamas. By illusion and ignorance, Vasuki could not be conscious of his pain. So this is the fourth incident where God helped them in this process of churning milk ocean. Verse 12. Now is the fifth way. This verse is the fifth way. Upare agendram giri tad ivanya giri rad ivanya akarnya hastena sahasra bahu. With 1,000 hands, Lord hold the mountain from top, because now top was shaking, going here and there, manifesting himself with the 1,000 hands. The Lord then appeared on the summit of the Mandra mountain, like another great mountain, and held Mandra mountain with one hand. In the upper planetary system, the Brahma and Shiva, along with Indra, king of heaven, and other demigods, offered prayers to the Lord and showered flowers upon them. So, fifth incident of Lord helping in this journey. Another 1,000-headed form, he held the mountain. To balance Mandra mountain while it was being pulled from both sides, Lord himself appeared on its summit like another great mountain. Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and King Indra then expanded themselves and showered flowers on the Lord. Why he says expanded themselves? Because Brahma and Shiva were not there in the churning, but Indra was there. He said they expanded themselves and showered flowers. So this is something extended, has some meaning. When he saw the mountain rising up, the Lord then took action. Phrase Brahma, Bhava, Indra, Mukhai, by the main persons among Brahma, Shiva and Indra indicate the followers of Vishnu. Or it can mean the Devatas were at the milk ocean and their expansion remained in the sky to shower flowers. Can you see now? So it means usually all the demigods have their spiritual form in the spiritual world. All the demigods have their spiritual one portion in the spiritual world. And by material expansion they appear in the material world. And even if they, like when Indra entered into the Arjun, one expansion of Indra appeared in the Arjun, but still Indra was in the heavenly planet. So it is his expansion. So somebody will say all the demigods were churning, then how could they shower flowers? Their expansion in the sky. Verse 13. The demigods and demons worked almost madly for the nectar, encouraged by the Lord, who was above and below the mountain, and who had entered the demigods and demons and Vasuki and the mountain itself, and mountain itself. Because of the strength of demigods and demons, the ocean of milk was so powerfully agitated that all the alligators in the world were very much perturbed. Nonetheless, the churning of the ocean continued in this way. So all the way God is helping from above, from below, within the demigod, within the demons, within the Vasuki, and within the mountain itself. The Lord was above as 1,000-armed form, below as turtle, in the Devatas as Sattva, in the demon as Rajas, in the Vasuki as Tamas, in the mountain as steadiness. This is all Lord. So hand is up, Advait Krishna, yes?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Sorry to stop. Just one precision. Did you mean really all the demigods or some of the primary demigods, how the counterparts in the spiritual world?
I think the major demigods.
Okay.
Yeah.
Major demigods, yeah.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ahindra sahasra kathora drin mukha. Ahindra, the Vasuki, sahasra kathora drin mukha is 1,000 mouths. Swas agni dhumatao varchaso asura. Now this is the verse. It says, Vasuki had thousands of eyes and mouths. From his mouths he breathed smoke and blazing fire, which affected demons headed by Pauluma, Kaliya, Bali and Ilval. Thus the demons who appeared like sarala trees burned by the forest fire gradually become powerless. And now they went to the mouth and they got the reaction. Demons completely lost their vitality. Sarala is a type of tree which appears like a burnt tree. Verse 5. What happened to demigods? Oh, because demigods are also affected by the blazing breath of Vasuki. Their body luster diminished and their garments, garlands, weapons and faces were blackened by the smoke. However, by the grace of the Lord, personally guarded, cloud appeared on the sea. Now this is 6 way Lord helped them. Clouds appeared on the sea, pouring torrents of the rain, and breeze blew, carrying particles of warmth from sea waves to give him demigods relief. Again, God is helping in their all endeavors. Though the Devatas were distant, holding the tail, they were also affected by the fire from the Vasuki's mouth. But less, verse number 16. Mathyamana tatha sindho devasur varothapaihi pai yara suddhana jayet, no nectar came. Nirmamanta ajita swayam. When the nectar did not come from the ocean of milk, despite so much endeavor by the best of the demigods and demons, Supreme Personal Godhead Ajit personally began to churn the ocean. It's the eighth help from the Lord. He personally started churning the ocean. The nectar did not come out because first the impure parts had to be taken out. Only then could the nectar appear. So what is that part, impure? The last verse of this section. Megha Shama Kanaka Paridhi Karana Vidyota Vidyom. This is the Lord. Personally, this is the form of the Lord described in this verse. The Lord appeared like a blackish cloud. He was dressed with a yellow garment. His earrings shone on his ears were lightning, and his hair spread over his shoulders. He wore a garland of flower, and his eyes were pinkish. With his strong, glorious arm, which avowed fearlessness throughout the universe, he took hold of the Vasuki and began churning the ocean using Mandra mountain as churning rod. When engaged in this way, the Lord appeared like a beautifully situated mountain named Indraneel. So this is the description of the beauty of Lord Ajit when he was churning the ocean. This is an eighth way or ninth way. You write how many times God was assisting in this whole.
Ninth way.
Ninth, okay, continue. He wore both cloth of golden color and earrings shaped like makra, flashing like lightning. He churned the ocean using the mountain as rod. Pratigri means an opposite mountain. Since Mandra was gold, the opposite mountain would be mountain made of blue sapphire color of Vishnu. So one was Mandra mountain, which was golden, and the other Vishnu, Ajit, was like sapphire, blue. So two mountains. Now this three verses 18, 19, 20. Instead of nectar, halahal appear, and everyone approached Lord Shiva for help. So what appeared? The fish, shark, turtles, snakes were most agitated and perturbed. Entire ocean became turbulent, and even the large aquatic animals like whales, war elephants, crocodiles, timangala fish, large whales that can swallow small whales, came to the surface while the ocean was being churned in this way. It first produced a fiercely dangerous poison called halahal. Chakravartipad writes, because the plants offered in ocean had both poison and nectar in them, first the poison had to be drawn out. Dvirupa Kosha says that the word can be written halahal, halahala, halahala. The fish become disturbed, wondering what disaster was occurring. And Unmakkar is a big makra. Timmi is a timangal type of fish. Okay. The verse number 19. O king, when that uncontrollable poison was forcefully spreading up and down in all directions, all the demigods along with the Lord himself approached Lord Shiva. Sadashiva, feeling unsheltered and very much afraid, they sought shelter of him. One may question that since Supreme Personal Godhead was personally present, why did he accompany all the demigods and people in general to take shelter of the Lord Sadashiva instead of intervening himself? In this connection, Srila Madhu Acharya warns a verse quoted. Lord Vishnu was competent to rectify the situation, but in order to give credit to Lord Shiva, who later drank all the poison and kept it in his neck, Lord Vishnu did not take action. The poison is spread in all directions and up and down as well. It is spread slowly, otherwise the whole creation would have been destroyed. Praja here referred to devatas and demons. Normal person could not quickly cross the ocean and go to Kailash. Seeing this position, seeing this poison, which had no remedy, aparti, they become afraid. Having no protection, they went to the Shiva. The Supreme Lord did not act in this situation because he wanted to give fame to Lord Shiva by giving him, can you read that? By giving him the half moon as his head ornament. Chandra Moli. Moli means head, Chandra means moon. So at this time Lord gave him this beautiful ornament on his head. I think I have to take a little break and you can continue reading particularly this all prayers which we will discuss today. And these prayers are offered to Lord Shiva, but they are actually for Vishnu. So you read this in 10 minutes we will resume. Oh Krishna. And you see the prayers and come up with some understanding why these prayers are offered to Shiva and appears to be offered to Vishnu.
Recording stopped. Mukhang kakis.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Recording in progress.
Hare Krishna. Verse number 20. The demigods observed that Lord Shiva sitting on the summit of Kailash hill with his wife Bhavani. What he was doing? For the auspicious development of three worlds. He was being worshipped by great saintly person desiring liberation. The demigods offered him their obeisance and prayers with great respect. He was seated on Mount Kailash for the prosperity of three worlds. He is revered by the sages who practice austerities for attaining liberation. Now, this section is also over. Now, this section 21 to 35, these are the Prajapatis offer prayers to Lord Shiva. So, this whole section are the prayers by Prajapatis. It says Prajapatis. The Prajapatiya Uchu. Deva Deva Mahadeva Bhuta Bhuta Bhutatmana Bhuta Bhavana Trahinaha Sharanam Papanas Trailokya Dahanad Vishat. I think my computer may go sometime. So you have to. Prajapati said, O greatest of all demigods, Mahadev, supersoul of all living entities, and cause of their happiness and prosperity, we have come to the shelter of your lotus feet. Now please save us from this fiery poison which is spreading all over three worlds. Now, Srila Prabhupada's purport. Since Lord Shiva is in charge of annihilation, why should he be approached for protection, which is given by Lord Vishnu? Lord Brahma creates and Lord Shiva annihilate, but both Lord Brahma and Shiva are incarnation of Lord Vishnu and are known as Shakti Avesh Avatar. They are endowed with a special power like that of Lord Vishnu, who is actually all-pervading in their activities. Therefore, whenever prayers for protection are offered to Lord Shiva, actually Lord Vishnu is indicated. For otherwise, Lord Shiva is meant for destruction. Lord Shiva is one of the Ishwaras, or the controllers known as Shakti Avesh Avatar. Therefore, he can be addressed as having the qualities of Lord Vishnu. Chakravartipad writes, O Shiva, save us. Shiva does not save but destroy, since he is the avatar of destruction. But you give consciousness to all beings, Bhutatman, and you protect all beings, Bhuta Bhavan. So please protect. And verse 22. Tvameka sarva jagatah ishwarah badha mokshayoho tam tvam archati kushalaha prapanna arati haram gurum. O Lord, you are the cause of bondage and liberation of the entire universe. Because you are its ruler, those who are advanced in spiritual consciousness, kushalaha, surrender unto you, prapanna. And therefore you are the cause of mitigating their distresses. Haram, taking away their distress. And you are also the cause of their liberation. We therefore worship your Lordship. Actually, Lord Vishnu maintained and accomplished all good fortune. If one has to take shelter of Lord Vishnu, why should the demigods take shelter of Lord Shiva? They did so because Lord Vishnu acts through Lord Shiva in creation of material world. Say this purport is very interesting. Note this purport. They do so because Lord Vishnu acts through Lord Shiva in creation of material world. Lord Shiva acts on behalf of Lord Vishnu. When Lord says in Bhagavad Gita 4:14 that he is the father of all living entities, Aham Bij Pradapita. This refers to action performed by Lord Vishnu through Lord Shiva. Lord Vishnu is always unattached to the material activities. And when material activities are to be performed, Lord Vishnu performs them through Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva is therefore worshipped on the level of Lord Vishnu. When Lord Vishnu is untouched by the external energy, he is Lord Vishnu. But when he is in touch with the external energy, he appears in his features as Lord Shiva. What about this purport? Anybody has to say something? Some discussion on this purport? What is actually spoken here?
Sorry. It's like Shambhu, the transformation of the Lord's Drishti into the progenitor of the material world. Therefore, when the Lord Vishnu's Drishti has to come in contact with Prakriti, it's transformed into Shambhu, into into the principle of Lord Shiva, and Prakriti represents Durga. So then the transformation happens. So therefore that's why Lord Shiva is considered the father of the material creation, because he's actually our material mother and father. They both of them, Bhavan Bhavani, they are our material mother and father for the material bodies.
Yes.
In Brahma Samhita, there is a verse which describes about the Lord Shiva. Shiram yatha dati vikara vishesha yoga sanjayate netata pritagastyeto yam shambhutam apitata sumupeti karyat govindamadi purusham tamaham prajami. So the Lord Shiva is described as a transformation from the milk into the yogurt. When something is put which makes the milk in yogurt, like that, Shankar is a transformation of the Lord Vishnu, and he controls the material world.
Okay.
In the form of analytic.
Okay, very good. Anybody else? What's the difference between Vishnu and Shiva from this purport?
But Vishnu is not touched by gunas, and Shiva is touched with gunas.
So yes, the difference being that you are touched by guna Shiva and Vishnu is not. One is touched by guna and other is not touched by guna. Otherwise, in principle, the tattva is more or less same. That's what it says. When Vishnu has to create, then he has to touch the material energy, then he transforms himself as Shiva. Because Lord Vishnu acts through Shiva in creation of material world. Therefore, Shiva as a Vishnu now must protect the world from the poison which came out of the ocean. Because all living entities are his children, so as a father he has to protect them. Because he is the actual father and Durga is the mother of this material world. Can you assimilate, can you digest, can you comprehend this purport? Is this clear?
One question, what is touched by material energy means what?
Come in contact and actually coming in contact with the modes of material nature.
Here in the previous verse, purport, Vishnuji is called as Shaktavesh avatar. But other places we hear it is a Guna avatar.
Yeah, they are called Guna avatar. The further verses will say actually that all these three Guna avatar or Shakti are coming from the Purusha avatar, third Purusha avatar, Kirodakshai Vishnu. His function is to maintain the universe, and he expands himself as a Brahma and Shiva for creation and annihilation. It's called third Purusha avatar. This is one of the words down the line. So Shakti Avesh avatar is another word used by Srila Prabhupada. What it means actually, Shakti Avesh avatar. They both are called Shakti Avesh avatar. But technically, Shakti Avesh avatar means they are living entities empowered by God. So for Brahma is all right. For Shiva is not living entity.
Prabhuji, I have a doubt based upon what you just said. But doesn't Brahmaji come out of the neighbor of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu? But then you are saying that he comes as an expansion of Shivadakshaya Vishnu. So
He is coming out is all right, but they, for the purpose of creation, they are all expansion of third Purusha avatar.
okay.
He is coming from Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, that is right.
I have one question. In the purport it says that Lord Vishnu is unattached to the material activities, and the material activities to be performed, he performs through Lord Brahma and the Lord Shiva. So the actions in the material world are the creation, maintenance and the annihilation. And the creation is performed by the Lord Brahma and annihilation by Lord Shiva. But maintenance is done by Lord Vishnu. So that is also one of the material activity, right?
Therefore it says even Vishnu does that, but he is not touched. This is the difference between the Lord Vishnu and the two other Guna avatars. Lord Vishnu, though, maintains the universal affairs, but is not affected by the influence of the three modes of material nature, while the Brahma and Shiva can be affected or influenced or come in contact with the modes, but Vishnu never comes.
Okay, thank you.
Anyway, this is a very interesting this. Verse 23. Gunamaya swashakyasya sargastitihi apayan vibho dasate yada swadrika bhuman brahma vishnu shivadidam. O Lord, you are the self-effulgent and supreme. You create this material world by your personal energy. And you assume the name Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwar when you act in creation, maintenance and annihilation. O self-manifesting powerful Lord, Swadrika Bhuman, when you act in creation, maintenance and annihilation, Asya Sarga Sthiti Apayan, by your energy of Maya, Guna Maya, Swak Shaktiya, you assume the name Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwar. Daste Yada Brahma Vishnu Sivadi. This prayer is actually offered to Lord Vishnu, the Purusha, who in his incarnation as Gun Avatar assumed the name Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwar. Chakravarti Pai writes, they pray his form as third Purusha. Who is third Purusha? Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. When you perform creation, you take on the name of Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. It's a third Purusha. Prabhupada writes simply Purusha. Which Purusha? Third Purusha. As Chakravarti says, third Purusha. Verse 24. Now they are addressing him as a Brahma. You are the cause of all causes, the self-effulgent, inconceivable, impersonal Brahma, which is originally Par-Brahma. You manifest various potencies in the cosmic manifestation. This prayer is offered to the impersonal Brahma, which consists of effulgent rays of Par-Brahma. Par-Brahma is the Supreme Personal of Godhead, Par-Brahma, Paramam Dham, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan. When Lord Shiva is worshipped as Par-Brahma, the worship is meant for Lord Vishnu. They praise the Lord's impersonal form as Brahma. You create the living beings with superior and inferior nature, such as devatas and demons. Sadasad bhava bhavam. They praise him as Vishnu. You appear with various energies. verse 23 or 25. Oh, my screen is shaking. O Lord, you are the original source of Vedic literature. You are original cause of material creation, the life force, the senses, the five elements, the three modes of material nature. You are eternal time, determination, and the true religious system called truth, satya, and truthfulness, rita. You are the shelter of the syllable om, which consists of three words, a, o, ma. You are the collection of all syllables, tvam shabda yoni, the origin of the universe, jagat adi, ahankar, atma, the prana, the senses, the elements, the three gunas, subhava, prana, indriya, dravya, guna, subhava, time, discrimination, truth, pleasing words, and dharma, kala, kartu, satyam, ritam, cha, dharma. The wise determine that you are the syllable om, trai aksharam yata trai virta atmani. This verse praised the Lord as the ultimate expression of all words. You are a collection of all syllables. You are prana, sense, element, starting with earth, three gunas. The wise say that om is in you. They determine that om represents you. Verse 26. Agnir mukham te akila devatma shitim vido lokaha bhava angrihi pankajam kalam gatim te akila devat devatatmano disaschaha karnau rasnam jalesham. O Father of the all planets, learned scholar know that fire is your mouth, the surface of the globe is your lotus feet, eternal time is your movement, all the direction are your ears, and the Varuna, master of the world, is your tongue. O source of all planets, Lokabhava, the wise know, Vidu, that the fire Agni is the sense of all devatas, Akhil Devatma, is your mouth, Mukhamte. The earth is your Lord's feet. Time is the movement of you, who are the source of all devatas. All direction are your ears. And Varuna, master of the world, is your tongue. In the Shruti mantra it is said, Agni sarva devtaha, fire is the aggregate of all demigods. Agni is the mouth of Supreme Lord. It is through Agni or fire that the Lord accepts all sacrificial oblations. They praise the Lord as the total of everything in the universe in 5 verses. Fire is the soul of all devatas. Shruti says Agni sarva devtaha, Agni, same thing almost. Verse 27. O Lord, the sky is your navel, the air is your breathing, the sun is your eyes, and the world is your semen. You are the shelter of all kinds of living entities, high and low. The god of moon is your mind, and upper planetary system is your head. The shelter of all jivas, superior and inferior, you are Ahankar, Atma. Verse 28. Kukshihi Samuddaraha. O Lord, you are the 3 Veda personified. 7 seas are your abdomen, and the mountains are your bones. All drugs, scrapers, and vegetables, Oshadhya, are the hairs on your body. The Vedic mantra, like Gayatri, are the 7 layers of your body, and the Vedic religious system is the core of your heart. O personification of 3 Veda, Traimayatmam. The seas are your abdomen, Kukshi Samudra, and the mountain are your bones, Gro Asti Sangha. All herbs and plants are the hairs on your body. Romani, Aushadhihi, Sarvaushadhihi Virudaste. The Vedic meters are the 7 dhatus of your body, and all the dharma is your heart. O form of 3 Veda, Trayi Mayatma. Verse 29. Mukhani Pancha Upanishad Tavesha Yai Saha Trimishaddastotarha Mantra Varagaha Yattat Shivakyam Paramatma Tattvam Deva Swayam Jyoti Avastitiste. O Lord, the 5 important Vedic mantras are represented by your 5 faces, from which the 38 most celebrated Vedic mantra have been generated. Your Lordship, being the celebrated as Lord Shiva, is the self-illuminated. You are directly situated as the supreme truth known as Paramatma. The 5 mantras mentioned in this connection are as follows: Purusha, Aghora, Sadhyo, Jat, Vamadeva, Ishan. These 5 mantras are within the category of the 38 special Vedic mantras chanted by Lord Shiva, who is therefore celebrated as Shiva or Mahadev. The another reason why Lord Shiva is called Shiva, which means all auspicious, is that he is self-illuminated, exactly like Lord Vishnu, who is the Paramatma. Because Lord Shiva is directly an incarnation of Lord Vishnu, he is situated as representative. This fact is corroborated by the Vedic mantra Patim Vishwasya Atmeshwaram Shashvatam Shivam Achyutam. The super soul is called by many names, of which Maheshwara, Shiva, Achyuta are especially mentioned. This purport has also something to think about the concept of Lord Shiva. Okay, purport of this verse is also something to think about. Your 5 mouth are 5 mantra, Tat Purusha, Aghora, Sadhyo, Jata, Vamadev and Ishan, by which mouth arouse 38 secondary mantra by dividing the verses. He who has the position of Paramatma for you is called Shiva. He who has the position of Paramatma for you is called Shiva. The self-realized Vishnu is your shelter. Verse 30. O Lord, your shadow is seen in religion, which brings about varieties of religious creations. The 3 modes of nature, goodness, patience, ignorance, are your 3 eyes. All the Vedic literature, which are full of verses, are emanation from you, because their compilers wrote the various scripture after receiving your glance. O Lord, your shadow is seen in religion. The 3 modes of nature, which bring about various creation, are your 3 eyes. All the ancient Vedic literature composed of verses are your glance. You, the soul of all beings, are the creator of scriptures. Your shadow exists in the waves of the adharma, such as pride. The 3 gunas by which various creation arise are your 3 eyes. The Vedas composed of verses are your glance. Another version says Daksha Manoho. Manu also means Veda. Verse 31. Lord Grish, since the impersonal Brahma effulgence transcends to the material modes of material goodness, patience, ignorance, the various direction of this material world certainly cannot appreciate it or even know where it is. It is not understandable even to the Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu, or King of the heaven, Mahendra. The protector of the mountains, Grish, Gritra, your supreme light, Te Param Jyoti, known as Brahma, Yad Brahma, which is devoid of Rajas, Tamas and Sattva, na yatra Rajat Tamacha Sattva, and devoid of distinction, Narasta Bhedam, is not known, na Gamayam, by the Devatas, Vishnu or Indra, Akhila Loka Pala Viranchi Vakunta Surendra. Srila Prabhupada's purport. The Brahma Jyoti is actually the effulgence of Supreme Personality of Godhead. As stated in Brahma Santa, Yasya Prabha Prabhavato Jagat Anta Koti Kotishu Asesha Vasudati Vibhuti Bhinna Brahma Nishkalam Anantam Asesha Bhutam Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. I worship Govinda, the Brahmin Lord, who is endowed with great power. The glowing effulgence of his transcendental form is the impersonal Brahma, which is absolute, complete and unlimited, and which display the varieties of countless with their different opulence in millions and millions of universes. Although the impersonal feature of the Absolute is an expansion of the raison Supreme Personality of Godhead, he does not need to take care of the impersonalist who enter the Brahma Jyoti. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Maya tatam idam jagat sarvam avyakt murtina. In my impersonal feature, I pervade this entire universe. Thus, the avyakt murti, the impersonal feature, is certainly an expansion of Krishna's energy. Mayavadis, who prefer to merge into the Brahma effulgence, worship Lord Shiva. Mantra referred to in verse 29 are called Mukhani Pancha Upanishadha Tavesha. Mayavadi take all these mantras seriously in worshipping Lord Shiva. Now Srila Prabhupada has given a list of the mantra which impersonal offer as a prayer to Lord Shiva. These mantras are Tata Purushaya Vidmahe Shantaye Mahadevaya Dhimahi Vidyayai Tanno Rudraha Pratishthaye Parchodayataha Dhrityai Aghorebhyastamaha Atha Ghorebhyo Moha Aghorebhyo Raksha Aghorattarebhyo Nidra Sarvebhyo Sarvavyadhyai Sarvebhyo Mrityavai Namaste Astu Kshudha Rudra Rupe Vyasa Trishna Vamadevasya Haraja Jaishtaya Swaha Sreshtaya Rataye Rudraya Kalyanyai Kalaya Kama Kala Vikranaya Sanidhinaye Balaha Vikranaya Kriya Balaya Vradhai Balichaya Paramathanaya Dhatrai Sarvabhuta Damnaya Brahmanyai Namah Soshnai Mana Soshnai Unammanaya Jwara Sadyo Jatam Prapadyamai Siddhyai Sadyo Jataya Vahi Nama Riddhai Balehe Dittaye Abhave Lakshmaye Nathi Bhave Medha Bhajasva Mam Kantai Bhavaswadha Udabhavaya Prabha Ishana Sarva Vidyanam Shashinai Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Abhayata Brahmadhipatihi Brahmano Adhipatihi Brahma Brahmeshtada Shivo me astoho marichai Sada Shivaha Jwalinai. 38 from 538. These impersonal Brahma, the impersonal Brahma is not unknown even to the other direction of the material creation, including Lord Brahma, other directors Lord Indra, and even Lord Vishnu. This does not mean, however, that Lord Vishnu is not omniscient. Lord Vishnu is omniscient, but he does not need to understand what is going on in his all-pervading expansion. Therefore, in Bhagavad Gita, Lord says that although everything is an expansion of his Maya, Maya tadam idam sarvam, he does not need to take care of everything. Nat chaham teshu avasthitam. Since there are various directors like Brahma and Shiva and Indra, they have to work for that. O protector of mountains, your light, which is Parbrahm, cannot be understood by the protector of planets, since the form of Vishnu, Vaikuntha, is supreme Brahm. It is not a fault if Vishnu does not know this impersonal Brahm belonging to him, since it is like knowledge of the flower in the sky. Pushpa, what is the verse by Prabodhananda Saraswati? Akasha Pushpayate. There is never a flower in the sky. So it's like a Brahm is nothing for Vishnu. It's his own light, so he don't care for that. That does not destroy the omniscience. He knows everything. Or the word from the Giritara or Surendra can all be taken as vocative case. What is the meaning of vocative case? Yes, anybody? What is the meaning of vocative case?
Is it calling?
Say again?
Is it calling somebody?
It's calling somebody, it's not actually something, but it's a sort of saying. Now they are coming to the point. Actually, they came to request him to help them to take care of this halal poison which has come out of the churning of the milk ocean. So they are glorifying him that Kamadvarhatir Puraha Kalagradya Aneka Bhuta Dhruttaha Kshapyattaha Sutyahi Nattatte Yastvanta Kalidam Atmakritam Swanetra Vahini Spullingaha Sikhayaha Bhastitam na Veda. Now they are saying about what you have done. When annihilation is performed by the flames and spark emanating from your eyes, Lord Shiva, the entire creation is burned to ashes. Nonetheless, you do not know how this happened. What then to be said of your destroying the Daksha Yajna, Tripurasur, and Kalakut and the Kalkut poison? What is this? Such activities cannot be subject matter for prayers offered to you. Destroying the poison is nothing for you, nattate. Who have destroyed Kshapyataha many places of violence such as Daksha sacrifice, Kama Dwara. Adwar means Yajna. The city of Tripura, and the demon Kal and Gara. You are not even aware that the universe at the time of destruction turns to ashes by spark of fire emanating from your eyes. So this is insignificant. What is this poison? Nothing for you. Since Lord Shiva considered the great acts he performed to be very unimportant, what was to be said of counteracting the strong poison produced by the churning? The demigod indirectly prayed that Lord Shiva counteract the Kalakut poison, which was spreading throughout the universe. It is not difficult for you to destroy the poison what is now present. Action of destroying the poison is not to be praised, since you destroy all the places where there is a violence or living beings, to the living beings, such as Daksha, animal sacrifice. This is too insignificant. Kalakut and Gara were two demons that Shiva killed. But also this refers to the poison. It is mentioned in the past tense to express the fact that it is necessary to destroy it. You are not even aware that the universe is destroyed when you glance. Thus, destroying this poison will be insignificant for you. Exalted, self-satisfied Atmaram, you preach the entire world, drink of your lotus feet constantly within their heart. However, when persons who do not know your austerity see you moving with Uma, they misunderstand you to be lusty. Or when they see you wandering in crematorium, they mistakenly think that you are ferocious and envious. Certainly they are shameless. They cannot understand your activities. Person criticize you, ye tu kathamta, as ferocious, violent person, ugra paurusham, obsessed with the cremation ground, nirantram samsane, and engage in the flirting with Uma, Charan Umaya, Charantam Umaya, Radhesham. Though you are engaged in intense austerity and your feats are object of meditation by the best Atmarams, devoid of shame, they do not know your pastime. Lord Shiva is topmost Vaishnava, Vaishnavanam yatha sambhu. It is therefore said, Vaishnava kriya mudra vigyane na bujhaya. Bujay. No. Even the most intelligent person cannot understand what a Vaishnava like Shiva is doing or how he is acting. Those who are conquered by lusty desire and anger cannot estimate the glories of Lord Shiva, whose position is always transcendental in all the activities associated with lusty desire. Lord Shiva is an implement of Atmaram. Ordinary person therefore should not try to understand Lord Shiva and his activities. One who tries to criticize the activities of Lord Shiva is shameless. Your greatness cannot be understood by the superficial materialist. Though you are engaged in flirting with Uma, you are actually engaged in austerity. It is not a show of lust, for the best of the Atmanas meditate on your Lord's feet. Though this is so, people criticize you as a ferocious, violent person. You should be praised as the opposite. Those who criticize you do not know your activities. How unfortunate. They do not know your pastime. Your pastime involving misconduct, involving display of lust and anger are mocked by people filled with lust and anger. Do they have no shame to criticize you, upon whose feet the best of the Atmaram meditate? Verse number 34. Even personalities like Brahma and other demigods cannot understand your position, for you are beyond the moving and non-moving creation. Since no one can understand you in truth, how can one offer you prayers? It is impossible. As far as we are concerned, we are creature of Lord Brahma's creation. Under the circumstances, therefore, we cannot offer you adequate prayers. But as far as our ability allow, we have expressed our feelings. What to speak of such person understanding you? Even Brahma does not understand the truth about you. We have been created by Marichi and others, who were created by Brahma, can only praise you according to our ability and not accurately. Last verse of this section. etant param parapashyamo pashyamo na param te maheshwaraha meedanaya hi lokasya vyaktisya avyakta karamanaha. O greatest of all rulers, your actual, can somebody read that? Hare Krishna, my screen disappeared. Somebody can read this?
O greatest of all rulers, your actual identity is impossible for us to understand. As far as we can see, your presence brings flourishing happiness to everyone. Beyond this, no one can appreciate your activities. We can see this much and nothing more.
And go down if Chakravarti Pada has written something. Yes? Nothing?
Is there, Prabhuji? Oh great Lord Maheshwar, we do not understand your superior form. Etat paramana prapashyamam. We only know that you, whose activities are hard to understand, avyakta karmana, make your appearance. Vyaktihite, for the happiness of the people. Vridanaya na medanaya hi lokasya. That's it, Prabhuji. Screen ends.
So, uh, 26 to 30 verses, Lord Shiva as a total of everything in the universe. Demigod compare various elements of the universe with limits of Lord Shiva as fire mouth, earth feet, time movement, direction ears, Varuna tongue, sky navel, air breathing, sun eyes, water semen, moon mind, upper planet head, seven seas abdomen, mountain bones, herbs, creepers, vegetables, hairs, Vedic mantra like Gayatri, 7 layers or 7 dhatu, Vedic religious system, heart, 5 Vedic mantra, 5 mouths, religion shadow, and 3 modes, 3 eyes. So we have done the prayer part and I think it's almost over. You are not easily understood. 32, destroying poison is nothing for you. And 33 to 35, you are not easily understood by most of the personality, even including Brahma. Now, tomorrow we will go for the last section. Lord Shiva speaks Bhavani's permission. He seeks Bhavani's permission and then he comes and then he will drink the poison and going to be called Neelakanta. So tomorrow we'll finish this chapter and maybe may start the chapter 8. Different products of the Samundar Manthan, Shurabhi, Uchisharva, Airavat, Kautsav, Parijat, Apsara, Rama and so on. So now you have any question or comment? I don't see you. I don't
I had a question.
Yes.
Verse 30, there are the 3 modes of material nature,
yes.
Goodness, passion, ignorance, are your 3 eyes. So when we say Lord Shiva had 3 eyes, so what are those 3 eyes?
Trinetraya. Trinetraya, you have 3 eyes. In this case, 3 eyes represent 3 modes of material nature. And this is the prayer of the demigods to the Shiva, glorifying him. Trinetra are the 3 modes of material nature. Actually, he has 2 eyes generally, which are normal eyes, and the 3rd eye only when he opened to burn the Kamdev who came to disturb him in meditation, because demigods wanted some, say, the commander for the demigods to fight against the demons only from Lord Shiva it was possible. So they asked Kamdev to agitate Lord meditation. And at that time his third eye opened and Kamdev's body was burned and he became Ananda. But then after that, Lord Shiva and Parvati gave them Kartikya as the commander-in-chief for the demigods to fight against the demons. So that is the one netra only opened at that time. But this is something like, it represents, like in we have the universal form representing two eyes. It's not that the eyes of a Lord are sun and moon, but they represent. So similarly, three modes of material nature in a creation, when Lord Shiva is involved, his three eyes represent three modes of material nature. That's what it appears to me. Everything represented, his limbs represented by different items.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. My screen disappeared at some time. I don't see anything. It's just blank. It's better you see me and talk with me. Hare Krishna. Yes.
Yes, we can see you. Hare Krishna, can I ask also a question?
Yes.
Why is this pastime is made by the Lord so complicated to get the nectar? There are so many efforts and so many pain from the demon side, demigod side, and the Lord has to help all the time. Why is it so complicated?
To get nectar is not easy. Even to relish the nectar of holy name, we have to chant for whole life. I don't know when the nectar will appear. Most of the time, so many other things are manifesting. So for nectar, always there is a much more endeavor, and in all endeavors in the beginning, always there is poison or something, unwanted things are always manifested, and it is where we have to
Recording in progress.
I have opened my phone because I can't see you. I will. Hare Krishna. All right, now I close the computer because. Yes, I can't tell you why this pastime is so complicated, because nectar is not easily available. So there's so many efforts by Supreme Lord and all demigods, and everybody's involved. So for us, I think, for getting a nectar of the holy name, we have to have a good association of the devotees and good endeavors, and always ready to have difficulties and overcome all those. This is a good example for us to understand the nectar is not easy. For us, the nectar of holy name. For the demigods, it was nectar to regain their opulences and the heavenly planet back from the demons.
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. What is it? Ramananda Krishna Das, your hand is up?
Yes, Guruji. One doubt I have, like when you were explaining about the how Lord Shiva holded this moon on his head.
How Lord Shiva
Holded moon on his head.
This is what only Chakravarti Pad writes. In this pastime, somehow the Lord has given him the glory of having a moon on his head, this Chandramoli. Then the name of the Shiva becomes Chandramoli.
So, for what purpose he Lord Shiva holded moon on his head?
It's an ornament. It's an ornament. is the ornament on his head. I know this is only one line I saw, nothing else. Maybe you do some research and find out what is all this. Yes? Chandramoli. I was thinking, there are something definitely like the Shiva has the snake around his neck because he worships Sankarshan, so he keeps the Sankarshan symbol around his neck. He has, so similarly, this moon on his head must have some significance. What is that significance that we have to learn? Yes. Yes, Prabhus. I think we have done more than our quota today, right?
Yes, Prabhuji. It was up to 24 only.
I know 23 I saw, but I thought let us finish the Pires Bazaar because I just looked at it. It's just we have to finish it. There's not only some philosophical things which we have to really comprehend as a Bhakti Vedanta student, that position of the Shiva as a creator, as a representative of Vishnu, as a Shakti avatar. So in context, in certain context, there is a special significance of Lord Shiva. So it's not that we should, I mean, this is always, when I speak, I say at least a couple of things about Lord Shiva we should always remember. That he is one of the Bhajan. Now he is a Vaishnava Nam Yatha Shambhu, he is the topmost Vaishnava according to Bhagvatam. Number 3, he has inaugurated one Vaishnava Sampradaya, the Shri Sampradaya, the Rudra Sampradaya. So he is not an ordinary demigod, he is Vaishnava. And like we Guru say Sakshad Hari Tuena, as Guru is as good as God, so similarly he is a representative of Vishnu, he is as good as Vishnu. Why? Because he is very dear to Vishnu. The Guru is as good as God because he is very dear to God. So he is very dear to Krishna. Right? So I think these are the certain things we should do. As a mature student Bhakti Vedanta, we should understand that. I think the Prabhupada was once asked in foreign countries by some Hindu society to go to visit their Durga temple, and Prabhupada said, yes, I will come. And the devotee says, well, why should we go to the demigod temple? Prabhupada says, she is the superintendent of this material world. We are living in this material world. We have to pay respect to her. So what is the wrong in going there? You just follow as I do. And Prabhupada went there and he offered the obeisance from the right side to the Mother Parvati. So everybody followed, and when they came, they asked this question from Prabhupada. When Vishnu, we pay off obeisance from left side, why you did on right side? Prabhupada said, because she is Shakti, we are also Shakti of Vishnu. So Shakti offer obeisance to Shakti from right side. But we Shakti, when offered the obeisance to the Vishnu Tattva, who is Shaktiman, then we should offer from left side. And once the Prabhupada asked by some Hindu pious people to come and visit the Shiva temple, he said, yes, we will come. He is Param Vaishnava. Then the devotees told, how can we go to demigod temple? He said, what is wrong? He is a Vaishnava. Then they said, the worshipper are impersonals. But then we should not go. Then Prabhupada, it means we can go to Shiva and pay obeisance, but if we have to associate with impersonal, then we will not do. I remember we were having a Rath Yatra in Indore during Prabhupada's centenary year, and we gave incentive to the devotees, those who will come, we'll take them to two Jyotirling. There is Mahakaleshwar and Omkareshwar. And then the devotee says, what is there to go to the Shiva? What to go and see that? At that time we have some Maharaj, I think his name is Radha Govind Maharaj. He said, some ordinary minister come and you just run behind him and garland him and give him so much respect. What Lord Shiva is not that much worshipable, you fools. So what I'm saying, now you are coming to the stage of Bhakti Vedanta, you have to be really mature with these dealings of the immature devotees, with the giving respect to demigods, not worshipping demigods, but honoring demigods as a Vaishnava. Shiva is a Param Vaishnava. Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu. He has a full-fledged Vaishnava Sampradaya. He is one of the Mahajan. And here the demigods on the instruction of Lord Vishnu, Ajit, are going to request Lord Shiva to take the trouble of the whole universe by this halal or kalakut Vishnu. So, in this episode, of course, Mahadev is called Mahadev even after drinking poison. But even after drinking nectar by the Rahu, he is still a cruel planet. He has drunk nectar, but still he is a cruel. But on the other hand, Shankar has drunk poison, but still he is Mahadev. So if you want to really do good for the people, then even you drink poison, you are glorified. But you cheat people, you may drink nectar, but still you become cruel and not respected in the society. So there are certain things we have learned from this episode. Thank you. I think our time is over. See you tomorrow. Hare Krishna.
Recording stopped.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Bol, Hare Krishna.
Thank you.